Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I'm going to be talking about the things that they won't tell you at your specialty tennis shop or when you call your online guys. Hold tight. All right, guys, so before I get started, shout out to my buddy, Dixon Chan. Thank you for this RF Uniglow hat, all the way from Australia. Mr. Chan put in an order from Australia to the US site to get me this hat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Stay well in Australia. Much appreciated. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about things that your specialty guys, or if you walk into a tennis department of a Dick's, or even if you call the online guys, that they're probably not going to tell you. A lot of this is probably because they don't know. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is strings. Have you ever looked online when you order a racket and the strings kind of automatically default to a 16 gauge type of synthetic, a la Babolat Addiction or Wilson Sensation? Sometimes it's Gamma TNT like this, and it usually defaults to a 16 gauge, and it usually defaults to a natural color like a white or a natural. Well, that's just the default. You can pick 17 gauge if you want to, but they don't tell you that, okay? There's also a difference in the colors that they don't know or won't tell you. When you get a natural color, it's going to feel a little softer than if you choose, let's say, this black or a pink or a blue or a yellow, because they have to inject this in dye or put dye into this. It's going to alter the feel of the string. It'll probably make it a little stiffer, right? I know it's going to make it a little stiffer, because if you're going to put color in anything that's supposed to be like a natural color like that one, what's it going to do to it? It's going to firm it up, right? So be careful. If you want a softer feel, just get the natural, right? If you don't mind a slightly firmer feel, get a black one. It's not that prevalent in synthetics. You can feel it though, but it's more prevalent in polyesters. So when you get a white polyester, it's going to feel way different than a black polyester. That's just how it works. But if you're used to like an RPM being in black, in which it only comes in black, they've tested it, and black is the way to go with that string. Just like some of my reps told me, right? It plays well in yellow. It plays well in orange, right? For some reason, that color blended into the string makes the string play better, softer, gives you more spin. Versus if it got dyed into black, which is like the deepest color, it might deaden the string a little more, right? Now, you guys probably know this already, but just in case you don't, if you want the tackiest grip, whether it be an over grip or replacement grip, right? White is definitely the way to go. White, okay? Whenever they have to inject dye into an over grip, it makes it less tacky. It makes it less tacky. The darker the color, the less tacky it is. Therefore, white is the way to go if you want that tacky feel. That's why you see everybody using white, especially the pros. I hardly see any pros using a black grip. Next time you watch tennis, check that out. I don't think even I could remember any of the pros on TV using a black grip. So remember that, okay? If you want a tacky grip, get the white. I know you guys always complain about, I got dirty hands and it looks horrible and gross. Well, change your grip out, guys. When this becomes this color Hey, you should have changed it like months ago. Okay? All right, get white. All right, socks. You wouldn't believe how many people come in with their cutesy little thin socks and say, oh, my foot hurts. Okay? Yeah, of course it hurts. You basically wearing nothing on your feet. Get some cushion on your feet, guys. You know, that's why they sell things called tennis socks. This is meant for tennis. It is thick, right? I know. It's hot. It's cooking my feet. I hear those excuses all the time. Well, the sales associate isn't going to argue with you over your feet. But I'm just going to tell you, you need cushion on your feet, okay? It'll make it feel better. It'll help fill in those arches. It'll give you a little more cushion and more support in your shoe, okay? It's okay. Your feet will cook for maybe an hour or two. You'll feel better for it later on. Just air it out. You know, wear those flip-flops that, you know, everybody wears and, you know, air it out. You know, the environment can take it, okay? Buy thick socks, guys. Balls. People go in randomly grabbing balls, okay? There's regular duty felt and extra duty felt. So regular duty felt is going to be a little faster because it's got less felt. They play with regular duty felt on the WTA Tour. ATP Tour plays with regular felt. So hard court balls, they're both, but this is going to be a little faster, okay? Regular duty felt's going to be a little faster. So if you want your balls to last a little longer and your felt to stay on, get the extra duty, okay? If you want a little faster ball and you want to play fast, get the regular. There's also a ball called a all-court ball. That all-court ball is actually regular duty felt. So, but it's good for all courts, clay, grass, and hard, okay? And hard true. But there are differences in balls. So don't randomly grab a ball and assume that they're all the same, okay? Most people grab extra duty here in the States. For those of you who basically are starting up tennis again and you want to get the biggest, baddest racket out there, like something like this, or a head TIS 6 or a head TIS 5, the sales associates ain't going to stop you from buying those because they probably don't want to deal with you or tell you the truth, okay? Because you're basically getting an old man's racket. Stop buying these big rackets. I know the price point's great and it's super light and it's super powerful, right? But no one's going to stop you from buying it. That's why they sell millions of those head rackets, which are just like this. Stop yourself, and you don't need all that power. Get a little control in your life and buy something that's 100 square inches, 300 grams total, which is 10.6 ounces unstrung, right? Do yourself a favor. Gain some control over your game. You'll be better for it in the long run instead of buying a bazooka in the beginning and never learning the right way to hit a ball, because all this is going to be is a crutch to you. You touch the ball, it goes over, right? When are you going to learn how to actually swing? Probably never if you're going to just hold one of these, okay? This is meant for senior doubles, senior and super senior doubles. So don't get this racket and do yourself a favor, please. Until you're ready for it, let's say, right? When you're retired and you go out and spend all day at the court with your buddies having beers, then get something like this, okay? But until then, get something that makes you work a little bit and teaches you the game, teaches you how to swing the racket properly, all right? So these are the things that most people aren't going to tell you. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm telling you. Okay, so do yourself a favor and listen. All right, you'll benefit from it in the long run. I guarantee it. All right, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.